I wanted to talk a little bit about how it's okay to say no, and how there is kind of a fear sometimes in saying no, because maybe one, you're used to receiving a certain thing, or you think that's all that exists. But it's okay to say no, and I'm going to give a little bit of example of what I mean. So when I was rewriting my relationship story, and I was reprogramming myself to receive love, and to understand that that I'm good enough for commitment, and I'm good enough for dates and communication, when I would receive something now that I consider a breadcrumb, I used to be afraid to say no to it. So like, if the person was hitting me up for relations and I really wanted a date, I used to be afraid to say no to that story being presented to me, because I was afraid that it would stop me from getting what I actually truly do want, which was dates, commitment, all of that. And here's the thing. Yes, you can absolutely accept it and still get what you want, but there should not be a fear of saying no because you think you're not going to get what you want. And that's what this video is about, right? Saying no is not a final answer. It could be, I'm saying no to this for now, because although I do want the relations, I want this. So even think about money. You're deciding, hey, I want a job that offers me $100,000 a year. And a job comes to you and offers you $60,000 a year. Some may be afraid to say no to that job because they fear that, oh, I may not get an offer again for the $100,000, so I have to say yes. But my whole point is that if you are God of your reality, right? And if you are deciding, hey, this is what I want to experience, and this is what I want to call in, there is no ending to opportunities being presented to you. There is no ending to things that can come your way and be exactly what you want. So you say no to the $60,000 and still continue on going, no, I know that I can definitely get a job that offers me over $100,000 a year, right? And that's an example of a job. You can think about it with school. Like, you apply to 3 schools and there's one school that's your dream school. And a fourth one comes and says, hey, I'm telling you, you're accepted into our school. Some people, I gotta say yes, because potentially, what if I don't get accepted into my dream school? And that mindset in itself too is, you're expecting that you can't have what you want. And so you're settling. And this is what I deem settling in the manifestation world. Because if I'm saying I'm powerful, if I'm saying that anytime I decide I can have it, what is saying no? What is saying no? Like, there's nothing that I should be afraid of, because I can have what I want, right? And I want you guys to stop being afraid of saying no to less, even though it may be wrapped in a package that seems appealing. If you don't want it, you can say no. At any time you can say no, actually. Let's even go do a different route. Let's say it's not physical. Mentally, you've been thinking in this tireless loop that people don't commit to you, or you don't have long-lasting friendships, right? And one day you wake up and you go, I want something new. I may not have experienced true love before. I may not have experienced long-lasting friendships, but I still want to say no to what I've been thinking before, because I know there has to be more. And some people are afraid to say no because it's like, what if I take this leap and I don't get to experience what I want? And that comes to trusting yourself, trusting your power, trusting that, hey, I can make a decision and I know that it can unfold. I can make a decision and know that, you know what, whatever needs to move for me will happen for me. And Neville talks about how when you decide that you want an experience, how if one person or a million people or 1,000 people have to move for you to get what you want, it will. And that's what we call faith, right? When I used to go to church, and when we would pray, the whole premise of prayer would be you pray to God, but you know, Christians pray to God outside, external of them. But nonetheless, you pray and you extend this faith that God will deliver, and you won't sit there worrying, and you say no to anything because you know that God will deliver exactly what you want. This is the same grounds, right? It's like, I decide that I can make this level of money. I decide that I can be this and experience this and have this, and I'm not going to settle for anything other than I have this. This is my experience. And if anything outside of me, is less than that, I can say no, feeling safe, knowing that I can have exactly what I want. And saying no, there's power in saying no, because it's a defiance, really. It's like actually, that's not what I want. This is what I want. So don't be afraid to say no on your journey. It's absolutely okay. The opportunities are endless. You're powerful. The realities are infinite. Don't be afraid to say no. Accept only what you want to experience. All right, guys, I love you.